Hi everyone, I'm Jorisar and this is the battle report between MVP Space and Conbox Spirit. The final match in Group C had really simple rules, winner takes all. The winner of this best of 5 series, regardless of the map score, will advance to the round of 8, second place in their group. Let's see who went forward. We started on Nepal, where MVP Space's Death Ball build took advantage of the diving Winston from Conbox by getting an early pick and securing the first capture of many, where the point would flip non-stop between the two teams. MVP pushed past the 90% mark with an expensive 3-ult defensive teamfight, but that was enough to put Conbox in a tough spot to even get back to trigger overtime. Twilight burned the trance to get onto the point, but the effort was for naught as he was hook dropped into the pit and MVP closed out Sanctum. The first cap on Shrine went to MVP as well, but this time Twilight was on his signature Sombra. With his second EMP of the map, Conbox Spirit managed to take control and not only tie the control percentage, but surpass it to claim the second round as theirs in the wake of poor ultimate usage from MVP. The Decider submap Village had Conbox taking the first capture against MVP's Pharmacy. Later on, an ult-infested cluster of a brawl broke out on the point that could have gone either way. After once again securing control, Conbox repelled MVP's advances and shut down their final ultless desperation push to win map number 1. With OneFact leading the charge as McCree on Eichenwald, the offensive MVP took the long way round to the point, and even when the nano-boosted Winston Kooky got put to sleep, OneFact stepped up to the plate and landed shot after shot, decimating the defense with his revolver. With 5 ults at their disposal, the ramparts and bridge looked to be theirs for the taking, but Conbox's Architect on the defensive Genji nano-bladed for 3 kills to reset the offense and reduce their time bank to 1 minute. MVP Space managed to extend that by capturing the castle gates, and with heavy investment got halfway through the castle itself before Architect May this time froze them and the cart in place, ending the half. The defensive Pharmacy made an appearance then from MVP, facing off against the triple DPS of Conbox. A bad barrage from Yaki couldn't find the value it should have, and with Twilight's EMP disabling the defenders, Conbox were able to snag 2 ticks of control on the point. That was all they got though. There was a missed heartbeat as Twilight was able to hack the Mercy, denying the ability of MVP Space to resurrect, but the sound barrier came through for them just in time, and Conbox's attackers were unable to match the staying power on the point, resulting in a failed point A capture and a quick end to the map, tying the series 1-1. Still on the defensive side for Anubis, MVP was solid in their teamfights and efficient with their ult economy. It looked especially grim when Conbox managed to sleep the flanking Sombra and grouped up to secure the kill, only for OneFact to live through the gank thanks to a defensive matrix and have the clumped Conbox players all fall victim to the sweeping Dragon Blade from Yaki, allowing MVP to hold on until an overtime cap. With 420 now available to assault point B, Conbox went through various compositions fruitlessly, approaching the point only to end up going with what they should have started on, a Tracer and a Sombra based composition. Once the switch was made, it was a battle of the EMPs as both sides brawled in overtime. Although unimpressive in segments, it was the offense of Conbox that won out, putting 2 points on the board. The second round started quietly, with the defense unwilling to come into the line of sight of OneFact's Widowmaker for the MVP attack. In the end, the mere threat of a Widowmaker was effective enough to force Conbox into tight corridors, where Yaki's Genji found them susceptible to massive dash damage, taking lives en route to the point and providing MVP with a hefty 6-minute bank to tie the score. With the snowball in full effect, it looked to be a fast round, with MVP claiming 2 ticks of control on point B, before being stalled and pushed out by the proximity spawns of Conbox. They regrouped and pushed again, trying the Catacombs route and learning what so many teams throughout Apex have learned the hard way. Twilight Sombra happily EMP'd each time the attackers tried to push through the cave side, rendering their attacks null and void. What was once looking so strong suddenly looked hopeless for MVP Space, as they couldn't manage to mitigate the effect that Twilight Sombra was having. Unable to finish their capture, Conbox took the lead in the series 2-1. With Conbox threatening match point, MVP had to perform well on Dorado or see their hopes for the round of 8 disappear. They opted to go out with a pharmacy on offense and moved through to the courtyard before suddenly finding no more progress. Despite the overall ineffective results from Yaki's barrage, MVP managed to take the first checkpoint, albeit late, leaving just over 3 minutes to reach the second checkpoint as well. Yaki swapped over to Genji and did his best to provide his team with all the chances they could ask for to reach the power plant, Dragon Blading for 3 kills and stopping the sound barrier from being used, but it still wasn't enough. Conbox's defense held off the push, giving little meterage for free. They prevented the second checkpoint from being captured during one last teamfight where we saw Gamsu's Winston trap and pummel 2 attackers inside the bank vault. Triple DPS dive featuring a Sombra came out to the side of Conbox during their turn on the offense, tasked with reaching the box just prior to the second checkpoint to punch their ticket to the round of 8. The triple support composition from MVP couldn't stand up against Architect's Dragon Blade, and with 5 minutes left, the cart barreled down past the courthouse with all of Conbox surging forward, not even allowing MVP the opportunity to properly regroup to a full 6-man defense. MVP desperately attempted to slow the cart by any means possible, but it was to no avail, as Conbox claimed the goal, winning the series 3-1 and advancing to the round of 8. So with everything on the line, Conbox managed to step up their game, but will now have to prove it against tougher opposition in the round of 8. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe by clicking here, and you can watch the next video by clicking here. Thanks for your likes and comments, and don't forget to share. I'll see you for the next match.